Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
We begin tonight with breaking news from Detroit's west side. A stretch of I-96 is closed after a deadly crash involving 2 cars and a motorcycle.
Yeah, this all happened in the eastbound lanes near West Grand Boulevard. We have calls into state police for more information, but if you do have to head out tonight, you should avoid that area. And stay with Local 4 and click on Detroit.com for more updates. Our other top story, trapped in Haiti as political violence overtook the country. Tonight, Mitch Albom and 9 others have been rescued by a Florida congressman. Michigan Congresswoman Lisa McClain announced the rescue during her House Armed Services Committee hearing today in the nation's capital. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skilly. McClain's office said that Congressman Corey Mills out of Florida coordinated a helicopter rescue operation for Albom and 9 others who were in Haiti at the orphanage that he's run since 2010. Mara McDonald live downtown tonight. Mitch raised the alarm when that they were stuck last week, as we reported, Mara.
Devin, that's right, because the Haitian prime minister is out of the country. Gangs have essentially taken over Haiti. That includes the airport, and they're under a state of emergency.
There's no planes, there's no boats, there's no way out. Everything's been shut down by the gangs.
Albom last week describing what is at best a volatile situation in Haiti, at worst deadly. There have been prison breaks, gangs roving the country. The prime minister is in Puerto Rico. It is chaos. Albom has long run an orphanage in Haiti and was there with a group from Michigan working when all this erupted. Congresswoman Lisa McClain heard about his situation and reached out to her colleague, Florida Republican Congressman Corey Mills.
Last night, I coordinated with Congressman Corey Mills to rescue several Americans trapped in Port-au-Prince. Congressman Mills actually participated in the rescue of those Americans abandoned by the Biden administration and the State Department.
And revealed in an Armed Services Committee meeting this afternoon that Albom's group had been rescued via chopper by Congressman Mills, who was an Army combat vet. This isn't the first time Mills has stepped into dangerous situations to get Americans out, including Afghanistan and Israel after the Hamas attack. Albom, in a statement, expressed his gratitude, but also his worry. I had a responsibility to bring home 8 wonderful volunteers who were working with us, but my wife's and my heart's ache for our kids still there. Saying goodbye to them this time was horribly difficult. We pray for help in making their country safe for them again, and we will be back with them the moment it is possible. Back here live, Congresswoman McClain really grilled those who came in front of Armed Services this afternoon to try and figure out what the U.S. response in Haiti is. And the bottom line, at least that she sussed out, is that our embassy is open there. The U.S. government has gotten out what they consider their government non-essential personnel, but absolutely nothing has been done for those civilians who are stuck there. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Local 4.
What an odyssey this has been. All right, Mara. After long delays, Wayne County is just days away from getting the keys to the new multi-million-dollar criminal justice center.
The facility sits along I-75 and East Ferry Street on Detroit's east side. It features more than 1,400 office spaces for employees for the criminal justice operations. Wayne County Executive Warren Evans talked about this tonight during his State of the County address. Jacqueline Francis was there, and she has the takeaways.
One of the big takeaways is after years of planning and construction, this criminal justice center will finally be ready for the county to move in.
But in 2023, Detroit experienced the lowest number of homicides in more than half a century.
In his 2024 State of the County address, County Executive Warren Evans talked about public safety and the unveiling of the new Criminal Justice Center.
For 1,400 employee office spaces, the CJC represents our commitment to prioritizing the safety, security, and well-being of our community.
The new facility will have 2,280 jail beds, 160 juvenile beds. It will house the Third Circuit Criminal Court with 26 courtrooms, and it'll be the new headquarters for the prosecutors and sheriff's offices. It will also be part of the solution to the ongoing challenges facing the current juvenile detention center. At last year's State of the County, Evans declared a public health emergency at the juvenile detention center due to overcrowding and lack of staff. He says already they've made significant progress at the facility, like hiring staff and increasing salaries.
We've improved everything from food, quality of education, and recreation at the facility.
Once the Criminal Justice Center is officially turned over to the county, they'll have 6 months to move in. That's going to be a massive undertaking. Reporting in Detroit, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Jacqueline, thank you. More testimony today during day 4 of the James Crumbley trial.
Jury watched new video of the father of the Oxford school shooter interacting with officers outside of his home in Oxford. You see him in a squad car here in the hours after the shooting, trying to help them locate things inside the house. Sean Lay has a breakdown of what we heard in today's testimony.
Prosecution expected to rest its case early tomorrow morning. One of the final images it is leaving the jury with is of the Oxford school shooting itself.
Let me know, please, when you recognize the shooter in this frame.
Late today, prosecutors playing for the jury the security camera video from inside Oxford High School, 12:51 p.m., November 30th, 2021.
That is the defendant's son, yes.
James Crumbley reacting to the sight of his son coming out of a restroom and opening fire on his fellow classmates with the 9mm handgun his father had just bought his son 4 days earlier. Prosecutors say Crumbley is in part responsible for the deaths of Justin Schilling, Madison Baldwin, Hannah St. Juliana, and Tate Meir. Prosecutors presenting his son's journal, his plan, cover to cover, detailing the shooting.
So out of the pages with writing in that journal, how many contain reference to the school shooting?
All 22.
Prosecutors alleging Crumbley of ignoring his son's cries for help.
I want help, but my parents don't listen to me, so I can't get any help.
That's page 5. This is page 19. What does this say?
My parents won't listen to me about help or a therapist.
Crumbley buying the 9mm Sig Sauer semi-automatic handgun for his son's journal spelling out exactly why he wanted that gun.
First off, I got my gun. It's a SP 2022 Sig Sauer 9mm. Second, the shooting is tomorrow. I have access to the gun and the ammo.
That is the prosecution's case. They'll come back here at 9 o'clock tomorrow to rest their case. They will review some evidence before they do that. Then the defense of James Crumbley, it will get underway. In Pontiac, Sean Lay, Local 4.
All right, Sean. I'm finding it. Here we are. Decision. Let's move to Decision 2024. Talk a little politics tonight. President Biden has officially crossed the delegate threshold, clinching the Democratic presidential nomination to the surprise of no one. NBC News projects that Biden overwhelmingly wins Georgia's Democratic primary. Biden's portion of the state's 108 delegates, just enough to put him over the top to make him the presumptive nominee of the Democratic Party. President Biden, by the way, will be back on the campaign trail tomorrow, traveling to another battleground state, and that's Wisconsin. Meantime, former President Trump projected to win Georgia's Republican primary tonight. That would give Trump another big step toward locking down enough delegates to become the GOP presumptive nominee. Georgia, the state where he's facing criminal charges, of course, for interfering with the 2020 election. Since 1996, Georgia had only elected Republican presidential candidates in general elections, but that changed in 2020, of course, when Joe Biden prevailed over Trump in a narrow victory there.
Okay. Well, let's get you caught up on your forecast after a gorgeous, oh my goodness, what, I mean, it felt like May versus March. What do you think?
I saw so many people just trying to get outside just to sort of bask in it, even if they're just for a few minutes, right, Kim?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't get outside today, I'm so sorry. I know some people do have to work inside, but you get another chance tomorrow as we'll have more sun and those temps will go right back into the 60s. 57 right now in Detroit, Howell also at 57, and it's in the upper 50s in Pontiac. We had some clouds earlier this evening, right before that sunset. We were blanketed with some clouds, and now we have some clearing, but there's still some clouds back out to the west. So tomorrow we'll just call it a partly cloudy day. If you are headed down for the 313-day celebration, it is going to be beautiful with some sunshine through those clouds. Temps will make it into the upper 60s, even close to 70 degrees. The only issue would be between about 6 and 8 o'clock. There will be some rain, but at this point, it looks like it will stay south of the city of Detroit in Monroe County, right along that Ohio border, and it will not affect us here in Wayne County, but doesn't mean it can't shift a little and go farther to the north. So we'll keep that chance of a shower in there, but at this point, it looks pretty dry. And you just can't do better than 69 degrees in March with some sunshine. But as you can see, we are going to drop and we'll get below normal next week. And there's a change to St. Patrick's Day that you need to know about if you're planning to do some outdoor activities. I don't know how else to put it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're right with you.
Love it.